Tahara, what's good? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. Tahara, do what's good? G5, appreciate you sliding through this joint, brother. 5 TWT in the building. Miss Monica, what's good, Miss Monica? Appreciate you sliding through this joint, Miss Monica. My brother Just Do, what's good, brother Do? And my guy Josh Sanders. I'm gonna drop the flames for everybody in the building right now. What's good? Now let's go and get into it. First thing I want to do is apologize. I want to apologize. I ain't do not one show today, not one former show. Your boy been on the road. It's been a long day. You know what I mean? I literally just got settled in we got settled here about 45 minutes ago. But even then, like, we still wasn't settled. You know what I mean? I'm just now starting to get a little settled in. And made it, I ain't made it to Miami. We're in Orlando right now. I mean, we go get up and head to Miami in the morning. We'll be in Miami probably before all y'all wake up tomorrow morning. I'll be in Miami. But right now I'm in Orlando, and we finna have our weekend fight recap. We finna talk some good boxing because I ain't do a recap. I didn't do a recap last week, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And I ain't did a stream today. So let's get it cracking. That's what we here for. What's good? Josh said. What's good, D Free? Josh said no need, you handling business. Or ain't you handling business, ain't go handle this. Oh yeah, facts, bro. Facts for sure. Hell yeah. So did y'all happen to watch the fights this weekend? He said you in my city T. I missed the O. Are you from Orlando? You from Orlando Zone? Where you at right now? Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man. Where you at now, Zone? But yeah, y'all do your good brother a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Greatly appreciate it. Did y'all? I don't know if y'all caught the fights this weekend, but we had one hell of a weekend. You know what I mean? I was saying that. Yeah, you show this. You show this. I was saying right that fight last night. But I'm from Florida, man. Orlando Rays. Okay, yeah. I'm in Orlando right now, buddy. But yeah, I was saying, in the lead up to this week that this fight card between Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz it was highly underrated, and that it was going to over deliver. I kept saying it. I don't know if you guys was here, but I kept saying, man, I think this fight with Ortiz, and Andy, man, I think this gonna be a banger. I think this low key gonna be one of the best cards of the year, and people sleeping on it. You know what I mean? And it turned out to be just that. It turned out to be one of the best fight cards of the year. And it's another thing I want to address real quick, man. I want to address something real quick. Um, I notice how people always, and this, and I'm gonna use Luis Ortiz, right? Because he just fought, and it's a good example because they did this earlier this year when he fought, right? When the PBC right put on cards, I noticed something. When the PBC put on cards, right, the main event can be major, like the main event can be great, but people are coming at you like, oh man, PBC be putting on whack undercards, right? And I heard people say multiple times in the lead up to this fight, man, this undercard whack. This a bad undercard. This a bad undercard. This a bad undercard. Nobody that watched these fights this weekend will tell you that was a bad undercard, that was a bad fight that went on. Like, I want to give Ortiz some credit real quick. I'm gonna give Luis Ortiz some credit real quick. Shout out Luis Ortiz for participating in two of the better cards this year. Ortiz versus Charles Martin. You can say what you want, but that fight was hella entertaining. Johnny Rice and Michael Coffey. You know what I mean? Had their rematch on that fight as well. And Isaac Cruz, if I'm not mistaken, fought on that card as well. Was that the Keith Thurman? Or was that Keith Thurman? It might have been Keith Thurman that fought on that card with Ortiz and Ruiz. You know what I mean? But for sure, Johnny Rice and Michael Coffey, and for sure, Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz. And that card ended up being, you know, a damn good card too to start the year out. You know what I mean? The Ortiz Charles Martin card type deal. So first thing I want to do is shout out King Kong Ortiz for stepping in the ring. You know what I mean? Twice this year and putting on good, great goddamn fights each time that he stepped in the ring. You know what I mean? Because that whole goddamn card, he said, "Now Cruz, EJ, yeah, it was but it was Johnny Rice, Michael Coffey, and Ortiz and Charles Martin. Those are two fights that I remember for sure at the beginning of the year. You know what I mean? But so shout out Ortiz, you know, for giving me two great fight cards this year. Shout out King Kong and Luis Ortiz. But we can go and get into the fights for this weekend. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts on. He really is. He really is, bro. He really is. He ain't one of them guys that you gotta ask to give you good fights. Really, you gotta ask people to fight Luis Ortiz. You know what I mean? If you being real. You gotta ask people. You gotta ask people to fight Luis Ortiz. You know what I mean? Or if you really being real, you know what I mean? Because for a long time, and we about to get into it, but y'all go listen to me preach for a second. Because for a long time, you know, we've been begging people to get in the ring with King Kong Ortiz, right? And we hadn't had any luck. You know what I mean? And I knew if somebody was gonna do it right, it would be a guy like Andrew Reeves. I actually was having a conversation with my guy Ghost. My guy Ghost probably ain't gonna be here right now, but we was having a conversation earlier this year. You know what I mean about Andrew Ruiz and Luis Ortiz, and you know if they ever fight and all that. Because a lot of people don't know that Luis Ortiz was trying to fight Andrew Ruiz a while ago, but Andy Ruiz had other plans. You know what I mean? And my guy Ghost was telling me that he was ducking him, and I was like, nah, man, I don't think Andy a duck. If anybody go fight him, it's gonna be Andy. But Andy was moving a little funny with this fight at first, but he did come on around, like you know, like I knew Andy would, right? Because Andy is a warrior. I don't think Andy a duck or nothing like that. He did come on around and he did fight Luis King Kong Ortiz, and that's the fight that we saw this weekend, and that's the jump that we heard to wrap about. So now that I got, he said when Ortiz was 37, he was calling for that fight. Yeah, facts. So now that I got that hard part out the way, we could get into the fights this weekend. And the first fight that I want to start with, right? The first fight I want to start with is Jose Valenzuela. Uh, I ain't sure if y'all know or if y'all saw or if y'all did. You know what I mean? Jose Valenzuela took his first L over the weekend. He lost to Edwin De Los Santos. Edwin De Los Santos is a veteran fighter. You know what I mean? He gave Valenzuela everything that he could handle, and he gave him some more. You know what I mean? He pretty much did to Valenzuela what Valenzuela been doing to his competition up until this point. Now Valenzuela did score a knockdown. Now Valenzuela did score a knockdown. He did score a knockdown over the Santos. You know what I mean? But it wasn't quite enough. Like man, Rayo got touched up, y'all, and I was talking about Rayo and Brandon Lee. I don't know if y'all saw, but when Brandon Lee, you know, Brandon Lee had a fight not too long ago as well, and Brandon Lee ended up getting dropped. And in that Brandon Lee conversation, I had ended up bringing Rayo's name up. I was like Brandon Lee and Rayo, right? I was like Brandon Lee and Rayo, they got to do a little better at stepping up, you know, their competition. because the competition that they have been facing isn't really going to prepare them for the places that they're going. The competition that they're the conversation that they're having. My bad, y'all. The conversation that they're having. I said the conversation. The competition that they're facing now, right, isn't going to prepare them for the competition at the top of the division. You know what I mean? I said you could kind of become complacent, right? If you don't have, I was saying that he possesses boxing ability, but if you don't use your boxing ability, right, you lose your boxing ability. I said he had gotten a little comfortable, being able to go in there and walk through his opponents. And I said, yeah, that's working right now, just like, Brandon Lee. But when you really get down to it, you're not going to be able to just walk through the guys at the top of this division. Now, the Santos isn't at the top of this division, but he is now, huh? But he isn't at the top of this division, but he's very well a guy who he's not a top 10 guy in this division, the Santos, right? But he is a top 15 guy, right? Top 20 guy, right? And this was a late replacement fight for Rayo. So I kind of understand, him struggling a little bit. I expected that a little bit, especially with it being a replacement fight. I didn't expect him to lose though. I knew Dos Santos was a game. I knew he was a legit contender, right? I knew he was a vet, right? Uh, but I didn't think that he was going to stop Rayo like that. And I noticed something else too about PBC. Y'all noticed something about PBC, man? They be having the hardest replacement fights that you could have, man. I didn't see the free fighters lose, replacement fights or almost lose replacement fights, you know what I'm saying, over there with the PBC. A lot of people forget that Eastside Cruz was a replacement fight for Tank Davis. You know what I mean? A lot of people forget that. And people say, right, that was one of Tank's closest fights or whatnot, right? That was one of Tank's closest fight, right? That's what they say. You know what I mean? He didn't get the knockout. We expected Tank to get a knockout. He didn't get the knockout, right? So they called it, you know what I mean, a close fight. Eastside Cruz was a replacement fight. Y'all notice? Are y'all noticing PBC be having the hardest replacement fights? You know what I mean, that you can find. What's good, Tone? Appreciate you sliding through. You ain't that late, Tone. You ain't that late, Tone. Shout out my guy to Tone. What's good? Shout out my guy We Talk Sports. Appreciate you sliding through this gym We Talk. Shout out my guy Seen and Unseen Boxing. Appreciate you sliding through this John Seen and Unseen. Yep, this everybody that just came in. What's good, D man? But yeah, that's what we talking about now, Tom. We talking about Rayo and his stoppage. I'm basically saying that I had said this. I had said I I kind of spoke this shit into existence because when I saw Brandon Lee get dropped, right, that made me have a Rayo conversation as well. I want those guys. I wanted those guys, right, to be put in there to slowly have the competition. Yes, yep. Garcia was a replacement for Chris Colbert. He was a replacement for Chris Colbert. He was a late replacement for Chris Colbert. You know what I mean? Let me see. Yo, yo. Yeah, yeah. I was just saying I was just I was just having this conversation about they get them lights out y'all face. Yeah, but when uh when motherfucking when motherfucking what's the boy name, the young boy? When Brandon Lee got stopped, I was just saying, man, they need to start putting Brandon Lee, and they need to start putting Rayo, because I like Rayo. When I saw Brandon Lee get knocked out, the first person I thought of was Rayo. I was like, man, they need to start putting these guys in the ring with a little stiffer competition. You know what I mean? So they could get used to fighting guys who go fight them back. You know what I mean? Because not everybody going to lay down for him. And Brandon Lee almost met his maker. You know what I mean? And goddamn, Rayo just met his goddamn maker. You know what I mean? I think it's their fault. Now it was a replacement fight, right? But if they had a prepared Rayo, better leading up into that fight, he would have been more comfortable in knowing what to do in that fight. And I want to blame, and I'm not gonna put all of the blame on Rayo, because he took a loss. It happens. And like he went in there and laid down. Most definitely was an upset. But the guy that he fought, right? The guy that he fought was a lot more The guy that he fought, right, was a lot more experienced than him. You know what I mean? So it's no shame in Rayo losing. Now I know people go clown him and everything because he's a prospect coming up and whatnot, and that's just how it go, right? But on the grand scheme of things, my fucking weed fell out my shit. I don't like that. But on the grand scheme of things, right? Rayo has more than enough time to come back. But I'm not going to blame, you know what I mean, Rayo. I'm not going to put all the blame on Rayo, right? Now, he got to take some blame because he's still winning there, right? He fought the fight and he lost, right? So I'm not going to take all blame from him, but I'm most definitely going to pass the blame around. And I'm going to pass the blame around to Rayo's team, right? He's on Team Dave Benavidez. So I'm going to give a lot of that. I'm going to give a lot of the credit for this loss, right? I'm going to give a lot of this credit loss to Jose Benavidez Sr. Just like we give, him all the credit when Rayo wins. I'm going to give him some credit. When Rayo loses, because he deserves some credit for this, because Rayo looked, once Rayo was met with something, right? Once Rayo was met with some resistance, Rayo looked lost in there. You know what I mean? And I was just saying, like, these guys, Brandon Lee and Rayo to more of an extent than Brandon Lee. These guys, when they first came in, these guys actually used to box a lot. Now, Brandon Lee always been kind of a heat-seeking missile, right? He always been 100 miles on the gas, straight forward, heads on, right? But Rayo, when Rayo first got here, Rayo wasn't a straightforward walk you down all offense fighter. Rayo had boxing abilities when he came into the game. It's like Rayo's boxing abilities have decreased. I didn't say that he became a worse fighter. I simply said that it's like his boxing ability. It's like his boxing ability has decreased. You know what I mean? It's like his boxing ability. It's like his boxing ability decreased. Not his skill, but his ability to to box, like to box on the front foot, to box on the back foot. You know what I mean? His head movement, his agility. You know what I mean? Like all that's been going his defense. It's like all that's been going like the other way instead of improving. It's like he came in, he didn't come in as just a knockout puncher. It's like he came in with a full set of abilities. But the more and more that he fought, it's like he became more David Benavidez. It's like he became more like David Benavidez, just straight offense. And I don't mean that in the good thing. And I believe that it's going to catch up to David Benavidez too once he get in the ring with somebody who give him some pushback. I mean, at some point you got to teach a fighter defense, and that's why I'm blaming That's why I'm blaming. I'm giving a lot of blame to Team Benavidez because at some point you got to teach your fighter. You got to teach your fighter. Some defensive moves. It's like he didn't even know how to react. It's like he didn't even know how to react. It's like he didn't even know how to react when he got hit. You know what I mean? Now Sheldon, I know you saying Ortiz. I know you saying Ortiz needs to retire because he lost Shelton, right? And I get that. But I'm gonna say this. This is the only thing I'm gonna say before we get to that, because we ain't got there yet. Ortiz lost that fight 111 to 114, and Ortiz lost that fight 113 to 115. He lost it 113 to 115, 113 to 115, and he lost it 114 to 111. Right? Something like that. It was something like that. But Andy Ruiz had 3 knockdowns in that fight. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say that. We go get to that, but I want to finish on Rayo for a second right now. But yeah, so I'm gonna give half the blame to Rayo, and I'm gonna give half the blame. I'm gonna give half the blame to Rayo, and I'm gonna give half the blame to the team because once Rayo got touched, Rayo looked real lost. Like he looked real out of place. You know what I mean? Once Rayo, once Rayo got touched, he looked real out of place. He looked real lost. You know what I mean? Type deal. And I just didn't like how he reacted. It's like he didn't know. It's like he didn't know. It's like he didn't know. It's like he did. Yeah, fact zone. It's like he didn't know what to do once he was met with that guy in front of him. And I don't feel like Jose Benavidez Senior. You know what I mean? Prepared him good enough for that fight. Now that ain't the first time. Now that ain't the first time I seen Rayo, you know what I mean, take a punch and get hit. But it is the first time that I seen a guy be able to land on Rayo almost like whenever he wanted to. This called Coochie Runts. Coochie Runts. It's called Coochie Runts. But damn, this is the first time, right? This is the first time I saw Rayo get hit and not be able to land heels. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm gonna give you this. Yeah, Coochie Ranch. Yeah, it's what's called Coochie Ranch. Okay. That's what it's called. My bad. Well, hell yeah. Yeah, I think Rayo got I think Rayo was met with something that he wasn't prepared for. You know what I mean? And I can't put all the blame on Rayo because I knew he wasn't prepared for it because as soon as he got touched, right? As soon as he got touched multiple times, right? He looked lost out there. He looked like he had never been there before because he really never been there before. It's like he didn't even know how to. It's like he didn't even know how to counteract what the hell was happening. And it is a young fighter, and he was fighting a veteran fighter. But maybe no but. In that instant, I dropped my pen, bro. In that instance right there, he just in that instance right there, Rayo couldn't have. There is nothing that Rayo couldn't have done. There is nothing that Rayo could have done to save him from what was about to happen to him last night. You know what I mean? There was nothing that he could have done in that moment. But what could have been done was leading up into the fight in anticipation for that fight, in leading up in the fights previous. You know what I mean? They could have got him better prepared, you know, for a fighter like that. You know what I mean? Because Rayo fighting these guys that can't hurt him. Rayo fighting these poo butt fighters and everything. You know what I mean? That's what led to what happened to him last night. You know what I mean? The lack of preparation for a situation like that last night. The lack of preparation for a situation like that last night is what led him to that. When you throw a guy in there with a replacement fighter, right? When you throw a guy in there, when you throw a guy in there with a replacement fighter, when you throw a guy in there with a replacement fighter, off off top, right? He thinking, okay, I got him. He replacement fighter. He replacement fighter. Chris Colbert even went to far as and say, I'm not even watching film on this guy. You know what I mean? Because I don't need to. Now Rayo ain't say no shit like that, but Rayo was met with a 1 day replacement. He was met with a 1 day replacement, right? You know what I mean? So he couldn't have watched film even if he wanted to. So Rayo was met with this 1 day replacement, and he went in there and he got stopped. Now on paper, right? On paper, it looks bad, but if we actually look deep into it, we actually look at the context of the situation, the Santos was supposed to beat Rayo anyway. Like if you really look at the people that Rayo faced off, look at the people that DeSanto faced off against. Rayo was supposed to lose anyway. Josh, this shit fucked me up, Josh. She probably sleep. She probably sleep now. My bad. My bad, y'all. Shit. Try me 100 times. Wanted me to cry, wanted me to die, wanted me to run. I, I, I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. Oh my bad, y'all. I got a good text message. My bad. I got a text message that I wanted to see. My bad. But hell yeah. But hell yeah. Now back to what I was saying. Now Rayo, now Rayo was now Rayo was supposed to lose. Rayo was supposed to lose. See what I'm talking about? Rayo was supposed to lose. He was supposed to lose, bro. Let's go check. Go check Dos Santos' resume and look at Rayo resume. That man was never going to win that fight against the Santos, bro. He was never going to win that fight against the Santos. Never. It was Chris Colbert and Rayo. Look at their situations. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to throw Chris Colbert answer because he deserved that shit. He deserved it. But look at their situation, bro. They got thrown in there now. Now Garcia, he said that shit about to turn you to an RB already. It already did. It already did, bro. Now let's really peep it. I ain't even gonna bring Chris Colbert in this, but you could throw him in there. But I ain't gonna bring him in there because fuck Chris Colbert. But you put an untested prospect. Now this is why I'm blaming the corner. I'm not blaming Rayo. I'm blaming Team Benavidez. This is PBC, right? PBC put an untested prospect in the ring with Rayo. I mean, PBC put a gritty veteran fighter in the ring with an untested prospect in Rayo. Rayo has never halfway had a fight where we thought it was 50-50. Rayo has never halfway had a fight where fight where we thought he would lose. You know what I mean? Hold on, y'all. My bad. What's good, Big T? My bad. I'm in my phone, y'all. My phone right here in front. I'm in my phone. My bad. What's good, Big Tex? I was what I was talking about. Oh yeah. Uh, I'm not blaming. I'm not putting as much blame on Rayo. I'm not putting as much blame on Rayo as most people are. You know what I mean? I'm putting most of the blame on Team Benavidez. Uh, on Team Benavidez, and also I'm putting some fucking blame on the PBC, bro, for coming to sticking these folks in here with these with these tough ass replacement fighters, man. We didn't see fucking Rayo and Chris Colbert get beat off goddamn fill-in off motherfucking fill-in replacement fights. We done seen both these motherfuckers get beat. You know what I mean? Our fucking fill-in replacement fights. But what I was saying was Rayo really never had a chance to beat Edwin Dos Santos. Because if you really look at Edwin Dos Santos' resume and you look at Rayo, what Rayo had like 14 fights. Matter of fact, let's check it out, bro. Because I looked at this earlier. And it had got me to thinking. The first thing I thought of was PBC be having some motherfucking tough ass. They be having some tough ass replacement fighters. Like, is the PBC going out their way? It's like the PBC will schedule you a fight, right? It's like the PBC will schedule you a fight, right? It's like the PBC will schedule you a fight, right? And then they'll make your goddamn replacement fight because the PBC, when they sign fights, they make you sign with a fighter. Like, you sign to fight one person, and then you have replacement fighters if their fight get hurt or something like that, right? It's like PBC. It's like PBC be going out they fucking way to find the best goddamn replacement fighter that they can fucking find, bro. It's like we didn't see fucking Hector Garcia be born, and now we didn't see fucking Edwin De Los Santos be born off of motherfucking replacement fights. Off of fucking replacement fights, bro. Like, where the fuck is y'all finding these tough ass replacement fights that's harder than the goddamn regular fights that you was putting them folks in? Like, bruh. And matter of fact, I think they tried to get Tank beat with Esau Cruz. Now that I'm thinking about it, bro. Esau Cruz was a replacement fighter, bro. Bro, y'all can't tell me I'm tripping right now, bro. Y'all can't tell me it ain't a pattern in this motherfucker. Y'all can't tell me it ain't a pattern going on in this motherfucker, bro. Y'all can't tell me it ain't a pattern going on in this motherfucker. Hector Garcia, uh, Los Santos, and Esau Cruz, all replacement fighters, bro. PBC be giving PBC giving niggas cupcake fights, and they have a dog as your fucking replacement fight. Oh, matter of fact, look, y'all. Um, uh, what's the boy name? Omar Figueroa. Omar Figueroa. Omar Figueroa got his ass beat by Sergey Lipinets. Sergey Lipinets was a replacement fight. Bro, I think what is hey, y'all know, if y'all ain't know, I'm a Rayo fan, so I'm just over here making every excuse I could think of for my boy. I'm over here just making every excuse I could think of for Rayo. Every excuse I could think of for Rayo, I'm making it up for him right now. That's what I'm doing right now. It's some good weed, by the way. It's some good goddamn weed, by the way. But I'm blaming Jose. I'm blaming Team Benavidez, bro. All jokes aside. I'm blaming Team Benavidez, bro, because y'all didn't get that man ready. He wasn't prepared. The first time he got met with some adversity, that boy had no clue what to do in there. He didn't even know how to fight off his back foot. The thing was, the dude was beating him up, and he kept walking forward because that's all he know how to do is walk forward. Valenzuela basically got exposed, but he didn't set no traps. Y'all didn't teach that man how to set no traps or shit. All y'all taught him was how to throw fucking combinations. He had no fucking defensive. He had no goddamn defensive strategy. I didn't hear no fucking defensive coaching. Bro, they sent that man. They left. They failed him. They failed him that night. Josh said, I'm right off his way, but he got cooked, bro. Yeah, he got cooked for sure. But I think it's their fault for not putting them in there with better competition leading up to that. I was seeing Rayo going there fight them guys who could hit him, but who couldn't hurt him. He'll walk right through him. This is how the conversation with Samson. I got an opponent. He's 14-1. Benavidez dead. We would take any fight. Samson. Okay. Or something, bro. Like, he failed him, bro. Like, you didn't prepare him for that. Legitimate, bro. Bro, they didn't. They Rayo, Rayo gotta, Rayo gotta learn how to, bro. He gotta learn how to box. He gotta learn how to box on his back foot. It's like he took Santos. Once Santos took Rayo jab away, because that's what he did. He took Rayo jab away. Once he took Rayo jab away, Rayo didn't know. He didn't know what to do after that. He took Rayo jab away, and all Rayo had left was his left hooks and his right hooks. But he couldn't land his jab to set up his other shit. Like, he was throwing his jab out there, but Santos was making a miss bad. And Santos wasn't just making a miss. Santos was firing back after making him miss. You know what I mean? It's like Valenzuela will come out there, he'll flick his jab, he will miss. It's like Santos hit him with everything that he threw. It's like Rayo was getting hit, and that's the dumbest thing I can see a boxer do. You walking towards the guy, right? And he pounding your fucking face in, and then you just keep walking to him. Like, you just keep walking to him. You know what I mean? Rayo didn't set no traps. He didn't cut the ring off on him. You know what I mean? He ain't throw no punches. He ain't throw no punches like to where the guy was going or where he thought the guy was going. He couldn't even register. He couldn't register nothing but offense. He couldn't register nothing but offense. And I'm not blaming Rayo. I'm blaming fucking Team Benavidez for training him like he Benavidez. Benavidez is the only person you need to train in that terrible ass style that Benavidez fighting, because Benavidez style is fucking terrible. Benavidez block punches with his face too. And that's the reason he don't get in there with no big punches. Why you go fucking throw Rayo in there with a big puncher? You don't throw fucking David Benavidez in there with no big puncher. Because you know what the fuck going on. But you go throw him in there. De Los Santos is motherfucking in his prime. He's in his prime. He's more experienced than Rayo. You ain't never put motherfucking Benavidez in there with nobody who in a prime and more experienced than Ben. You didn't put him in there with somebody more experienced than Benavidez, but not more experienced and in a fucking prime. You just threw Valenzuela in there with a fucking prime fighter, bro. You just threw that man in there with a prime fighter. And I hope that young man ain't broken. And I know I've been on Valenzuela the whole time because that's my boy. I hope that young man ain't broken, bro. Mm-mm. 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 Hey, abort, abort. But look though, Teach. Real talk, all jokes aside. All jokes aside, bro. Uh, Jose Ramirez. See what I mean? See what I mean? He ain't never put Benavidez in there with no, bro. Come on. I'm finna go to it and do what I was doing. What's dude whole name, Teach? What's dude whole name? What's dude whole name, Teach? That nigga ain't no motherfucker 22 years old, dog. Did y'all see this? Did y'all see Santos? That man ain't no motherfucker 22 years old, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that teach. Nah, that nigga ain't no fucking 22 years old. I know for sure that nigga ain't no 20. Did you see that nigga, bro? Bro, did y'all see that nigga? I said the Edwin De Los Santos. I must just ain't spell it right. That nigga ain't no bro. They Los. I didn't spell it right. Did y'all see that man, bro? Did y'all see, bro? See right here, he look 22 though. Look, he fought William. See, I knew I seen this nigga before. He fought William Foster the third. He fought William Foster the third. Dang, that man just knocked out Rayo. That shit crazy, dog. But yeah, Rayo 12-0. He 15-1 and 14. He fought William Foster. He looked 22 with his hair on BoxRec. He looked 22 with his hair. It's crazy, bro. Yeah. I don't think he's 22 either. But you know, you know. But I just think that they should did a better job, man. They should did a better job of doing their homework on that opponent. That dude was way too. Rayo was overmatched from the jump. Like he was man. That was bad. That shit was bad. Like that shit was bad, bro. Like that was bad, bad. Like that was bad, bro. Like I knew I seen that nigga fight before though. He fought William Foster the third, and he won by split decision. I picked William Foster to beat him because William Foster was the underdog, and I was trying to win some money. Edwin De Los Santos, and that's what made me. That's what made. I was gonna pick Rayo anyway. Right? But once I saw Santos and shit, I went to look at him, and I was like, bro, I seen this nigga fight before, and he had lost to William Foster the third, and William Foster the third was the underdog. I was like, oh yeah, bro, I know Rayo finna smoke this nigga. I was like, I know Rayo finna smoke this nigga. That man went out there and bust Rayo ass up. It was on the zone. It was a the zone fight. It was a the zone fight. William Foster signed the Max Room if I'm mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, it was on the zone. It was a the zone jump. But William Foster was the underdog though. Do you think fights like Eric Ross should be brought up through Showbox next year in the fight against fighters with available to a champion, not a belt holder? Yeah, something like that, bro. Yeah, facts, facts, bro. Facts, bro. He got a he got a fight guy just go bring it out of him. Like that guy last night was too much for him, bro. Like, but I tell you, he didn't look like that against William though. And before that fight last night, I would have thought Rayo would beat William Foster. Before that fight last night, William Foster gonna be a problem though. Now that he beat that dude, and that dude just he just fuck Rayo up. I ain't like that shit. I ain't like that shit. I ain't like that shit though. But yeah, I think Team Benavidez fair Rayo though. They fair Rayo before he even got in the ring. I know I've been kind of all over the place, but I feel like they fair Rayo before he even got in the ring. They fair Rayo with Rayo matchmaking. They fair Rayo with not teaching him how to move his head in the gym. They fair Rayo with trying to make him fight that style that David Benavidez fight. But y'all put him in there with a big puncher. Y'all still ain't put David Benavidez in there with no big puncher yet. Still. But y'all throwing him in there with a big puncher on a 1 day notice. Well, what they wanted was, all they was thinking about was the fucking money. They wanted to get their check. Everybody want their check to clear. So they was like, well, fuck it. We don't care who it is. This 1 day, we'll take it. And they just threw him in there without the research, right? Even looking at that guy. That's what the fuck happened. Now maybe they didn't intend to fuck Rayo up because them, getting Rayo a loss don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? But they fuck Rayo. I'm saying they fuck Rayo up by not training them right, by not preparing them right, in the gym and in the fights that they putting them in. You know what I mean? By not preparing them right in the gym and with the fights that they putting them in, that they was putting them in prior to that point. You know what I mean? And when that man got hit, that man didn't know. That man didn't know. Rayo didn't know how to get out of the way of punches last night. And that's not the first time that I seen that. That's something that he does because I've seen other fights where he get hit square in the fucking face with shots. But those guys, just didn't have the power, to hurt him. Santos had enough power to hurt him. You know what I mean? And he paid for it. But I think they got to do better with his gym preparation. Like they got to add more skills. Benavidez Senior, he got to add more skills. Jose is just a brawler. David Benavidez is just a brawler. Rayo is just a brawler. He got to do better because it don't take shit, bro, to be the coach of a fucking brawler. You know what I mean? He's a brawler. He go in there, he walk forward, he throw punches. Ain't no coaching needed for that. Those fighters fighting all ability. You know what I mean? The first time David Benavidez walk in there with somebody that he can't hurt, I think that's gonna happen to him too. I think that's the exact reason why David Benavidez not fighting at 175. If you asking T, because they know with his style, he ain't gonna look. This somebody trying to see if they blocked. This somebody trying to see if they blocked. Look, this somebody trying to see if they blocked. He know with that style, he gonna get fucked up at 175. You know what I mean? Because that's where the punch is at. Exactly what happened to Rayo when David Benavidez stepping there with a big puncher. That's what's gonna happen to David because they not defensively sound fighters. That school, that gym that they come from, they don't make good boxers. They are brawlers, bro. They are brawlers. It's like, and I've been saying this for the longest. It's like Rayo has been degressing since he turned pro. When he was amateur and shit, he was displaying more boxing ability. When earlier his fights and shit, he was displaying more boxing ability. It's like the older he got, he started to fill out into his body. He filled out into his body, and it's like he just kind of stopped boxing. He just started trying to fight like David Benavidez is what it looked like, just walking people down, just walking through them, throwing combinations, and all that shit. And that's ultimately what led to him getting knocked out. This guy he was fighting was a better combination puncher. You know what I mean? The guy he was fighting was defensively sound, as well as a combination counterpuncher. You not defensively sound, you just a combination counterpuncher. You know what I mean? He was quicker to the punch. He had better timing. And yeah, Rayo caught him, but he wasn't able to catch him enough. He almost couldn't even find him. Rayo couldn't find him with his jab. Rayo couldn't find him really with his body work. You know what I mean? Rayo got in there and he ran into a guy. He ran into a guy who wasn't afraid of his power because Santos wasn't afraid of Rayo's power. He ran there with a guy that wasn't afraid of his power, that wasn't afraid of his name, that wasn't go back down, and he went in there and he took something. And I think I saw two. I want to bring attention to something real quick. Two corner failures, two of the bigger corner failures this year that I've seen. Bomac Mo Hooker. I'm high as hell, y'all. Bomac Mo Hooker and motherfucking Benavidez Senior and Rayo. You know what I mean? Just situations where the corner just completely was lost and couldn't tell his fighter, couldn't help his fighter out for nothing then in that moment. You know what I mean? Like, what was you guys working on during training camp? What was you guys practicing on? You know what I mean? What was the game plan? I would like to know what was the game plan for that fight. Because what it looked like, right? Because what it looked like, right, was y'all went in there thought that Rayo was just gonna be able to out talent this guy and walk over him. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, is Benavidez Senior really even coaching? Because all of his fighters are brawlers. It don't take much to brawl. You know what I mean? It don't take much to brawl. If you put me in there with a guy, if you put me in there with weak enough competition, I can go fucking 15-0 too. You put me in there with a bunch of guys who ain't hitting no shit, I can go in there and brawl, make you look good. You know what I mean? But what's gonna happen when I step in there with a Santos or somebody like that? You know what I mean? I'm blaming Benavidez Senior. Matter of fact, I said 50-50. I'm giving all the blame. I'm giving all the blame to the train because one for you not doing homework, y'all being greedy, just wanting to keep y'all money, wanting to get the money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all throw him in there anyway without doing homework because y'all thought his his talent and athletic ability was gonna see him through. Two, you two. I just said it. Y'all thought his training athletic. Y'all thought his power and athletic ability was gonna be able to see him through. So you really ain't been doing no fucking training in that goddamn gym. Cause all your fighters brawlers. You know how sometimes you have a camp and you have different staff fighters. This fighter might fight that way. This fighter might fight that way. This fighter might fight that way. All them guys are brawlers. That man ain't doing no teaching in there. Those guys are just good fighters up until this point, and they've been able to go in there and be successful. Jose Benavidez, once he couldn't once he ran into a better boxer, Bud Crawford, he couldn't do. Bud Crawford, he couldn't do shit with Bud. Goddamn, Rayo ran into a guy who was a better boxer than he was. You know what I mean? He had better timing. He was a better counter puncher, and he couldn't do shit with him. I'm blaming him for one, not doing your homework in the fight. You know what I mean? For not doing your homework pre-fight, putting your fighter in there with a fighter who could possibly, you know what I mean, dog him out. You would have been well in your right to say, well, man, since it's so close to the fight, I'm okay. You know, I'm okay. I don't want to, risk it. You know what I mean? I don't want to chance it. But you was like, nah, you know what? Yeah, just put him in there. No, you can just put him in there. You know what I mean? So I'm blaming you for that, for not doing your homework. Two, I'm blaming you for not preparing him previously in different fights and his fights previously before this, slowly stepping up his competition. You know what I mean? Gradually, right? Type deal. Two, and three, we actually fucking don't even need a three. Cause them two enough, bro. You didn't do your homework beforehand and you ain't prepared that man in the gym before that. You know what I mean? You can't that natural talent ain't just gonna get him through every single fight. And that's what Santos showed him. And that man, and I hope you ain't break him. And I know I've been on Jose Venezuela an hour. And I hope you ain't break that young man, bro. I hope you ain't break that young man. I hope he is able to come back. You know what I mean? I hope he come back and he be good. Cause I don't think they intentionally got Valenzuela beat. You know what I'm saying? I think it was his. I think that was arrogance. I think it was them being arrogant. Oh yeah, we could beat anybody. Yeah, we could beat anybody. I think it was him being arrogant that got him beat last night. You know what I mean? So I'm blaming him on that aspect, in that sense. You know what I mean? Type deal. But Eastside Cruz. Eastside Cruz. I hope Rayo bounce back though. Long story short, I said long story short after I just spoke out on it for an hour, right? I hope Rayo bounce back though, man. But Eastside Cruz. Eastside Cruz fought Eduardo Ramirez and he beat his ass. Like he knocked him out in what was it? Third round or the fourth round? Eastside knocked him out in the third round, the fourth round, something like that. But he was on his ass like from the beginning. Eduardo was on his bike the entire time. Like Eduardo was running for his life the entire time. You know what I mean? That fight was a knockout waiting to happen. Right? That shit was a knockout waiting to happen. You know what I mean? I don't even want to talk about that fight too much. You know what I mean? I want to talk about the aftermath after that fight. You know what I mean? Because that fight got a lot of people talking about Eastside Cruz versus Tank Davis. And I say this: Eastside Cruz knocked out Gamboa. Eastside Cruz just knocked out Eduardo Ramirez, right? So of course, you know the Tank, you know, Ronan's coming back up. Well, Eastside Cruz should fight Tank, right? So Tank took to social media and Tank said Devin Haney should fight. Devin Haney scared to fight Eastside Cruz because he ain't got no chin. You know what I mean? So my thing is right now, right? Shout out Eastside Cruz for the win. I got no problem with Eastside Cruz. Do I want to see him fight Tank again? I mean, yeah, I'll watch it. But this shit with Tank and Devin Haney, like, bro, I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of this Tank and this Devin Haney thing. Eastside Cruz, them and the fans saying they want Eastside Cruz to fight you, Tank. Now, there's fans who don't want to see that shit again, true, right? But majority of the fans, right? Not me included, because I don't give a fuck if he fight him again or not. I'm gonna watch it either way, right? But I don't give a fuck if he fight him or not. But more fans than not do want to see Tank fight Eastside Cruz again. You know what I mean? So the people want to see Cruz fight Tank. I don't like how Tank threw Devin Haney name in. Devin scared to fight Eastside because he gonna get knocked out. My thing is, nah, not quite. I'm paranoid about the mosquitoes. Like they ain't on me. I'm just paranoid about them. They ain't on me. I'm just paranoid about them. But my thing is, I keep thinking they on me, right? And a lot of times, it's this flap right here. It's my, no, it's touching my neck. It's touching my fucking neck. It's flap. This shit touching my neck. That's what's fucking with me. That's why y'all keep seeing me do that. It's this fucking flap right here. But nah, it ain't even mosquitoes, man. This shit, it's doing it now. That's why I keep doing it. It's doing it now. It's doing it now. But that was the fuck I was saying. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My thing is, nobody don't want to see no fucking Eastside Cruz fight Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Devin Haney ain't got to fight Eastside Cruz to prove himself to nobody. What the fuck Tank and Devin need to do is stop acting like high schoolers, right? And they need to fucking either go and fight or tell the people that they not gonna fight. And Tank, if you not gonna fight Devin, motherfucker, you can fight Eastside Cruz again, man. You know what I mean? You can fight Eastside Cruz. Because right now, right, we just gonna say we know Devin got to fight Kambosos again. That'll be Devin's second fight in his 3-fight contract with Bob Arum. And he probably gonna fight Lomachenko after that, right? So that'll be his last fight on his Bob Arum contract. So after that, y'all very well could get it on. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, in between time, Eastside Cruz has knocked out 2 straight people. Now, I know you broke your hand. I know you broke your hand, Tank, right? But most people don't give a fuck about that. You didn't knock Eastside Cruz out. You ain't knock Eastside Cruz out. And that's just the fact of the matter. You didn't. You ain't knock Eastside Cruz out. You did. You ain't knock him out. So that left reasonable doubt for some people. Not for me. So I'm satisfied with you. But that left reasonable doubt for some people. So a lot of these fans do want to see you fight Eastside Cruz, Tank. The PBC wants you to fight Eastside Cruz. You and Devin not necessarily going to fight right now. If you fight Ryan, if you fight Ryan Garcia, then cool. Fuck Eastside Cruz. Fuck Eastside Cruz. You fight Ryan Garcia, of course. But if you not go fight Ryan, and you not go fight Devin, and you not go fight Rivera, you already knocked out Rolly. What would make you the most money right now? What are most of the fans asking for right now? Who has grown in stardom since you fought them, Tank? Tank, you knock out everybody. Eastside Cruz came through here. You ain't knock him out. You think people not go clamor for that? Not me. I'm satisfied. I'm cool. I know you will beat him. If you fight him again, I know you will beat him again. But a lot of people out here don't think like me. And even if they do think you will beat them, they like to talk shit as if they want to see you fight him again. Until you fight him again, and they'll say, "Well, you didn't have to fight him again. We didn't. You beat him the first time. We didn't. We knew he couldn't beat you. You know what I mean? Shit like that." But a lot of people, more than I would expect, more than I was expecting. You know what I mean? Do want to see you fight Eastside Cruz. And again, I'm not one of those people who need that fight. Don't give a fuck if you fight Eastside. I'm more concerned if you fight Michelle Rivera or Devin Haney. Be real with you. Those are the fights I want to see Tank Davis fight. Rivera and Devin Haney. Rivera, Haney. You know what I mean? But Eastside Cruz, the mass majority of people want to see you fight Eastside Cruz. Right? Mass majority of people don't know who the fuck Michelle Rivera is. Right? And it don't look like you and Devin gonna be fighting no time soon. Right? So you're not gonna fight Ryan, because if you fight Ryan, to hell with Eastside, because Ryan make you way more money than Eastside. Eastside make you the most money if you're not fighting Ryan. Right? But if you're not fighting Ryan, then why not fight Eastside Cruz again? You know what I mean? Why not fight Eastside Cruz? You're not fighting Rivera. You're not fighting Devin. You're not fighting Ryan. What would make Tank the most money right now? Y'all. Now, Michelle Rivera don't make him no money. That's a fan fight. That'll be a good fight for the fans for us to watch. It'll be a good challenge for Tank. That'll be an interesting fight for the fans. Michelle Rivera don't make him no money. Devin Haney makes him a lot of money. Ryan Garcia makes him a lot of money. But he can't fight Devin right now, right? And if he can't fight Ryan, right, the next biggest bag after Devin and Ryan will make Tank the most money if he don't fight Devin or if he don't fight Ryan. Real question. What fight y'all think make him the most money if he don't fight Ryan Garcia? If he don't fight Ryan, he don't fight Devin. If If he don't fight Devin, he don't fight Ryan. What fight will make him the most money? Right now. Right now. What fight will make Tank the most money right now? If he can't fight Devin or he can't fight Ryan Garcia. Can he fight Loma? Zoom. Can he fight Loma? Loma on ESPN. That's why he can't fight Devin. So if he can't fight Devin because he on ESPN, how he go be able to fight Loma and he on ESPN? Can he fight Loma? Devin go fight Loma. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, can he fight Loma? That's what I'm thinking, Teach. I'm trying to see. You know what I mean? Cruz. You know, so shit. You can give us the fan fight, Michelle Rivera. You could give us the ultimate fight in Devin Haney. You could give us the money fight in Ryan Garcia. Or you could give us option B, which would be Eastside Cruz if you can't get them three big things. After them three, your fourth option will be Cruz. And it's looking real fourth option time right about now. You know? It's looking real fourth option time right about now. Hey, that'll be a curveball. That'll be a curveball. That'll be a nice curve. I'd be mad at Tank though for waiting all this time to fight Gary Russell though. If you waited, he said no to it like last month. He said no to the recent talk. No, they had a recent talk. No, they had recent talks. No, they had recent talks too. So he said no to the recent talks, or you talking about like the jump that was like a month or so ago? That 135 Cruz because the fans calling for it. But Rich one for it, maybe T.O. Big money fight. They saying December, but still the T.O. fight to reach. But T.O. on ESPN too. But I could see that fight happening because I think Bob believes T.O. could beat Tank. So he'll put him in there. Okay, bet. Okay, Zoom. Okay, Zoom. Bet for sure, Zoom. For sure. For sure, bet. Do we want to see do we want to see Cruz? Do we want to see Cruz fight Frank Martin next? Do we want to see Cruz fight Frank Martin next? You know what I mean? I think at this point, right? Because people really do people really believe that Cruz could beat Tank? Or do people just like trolling Tank Davis? Like not him personally, but like they trolling his name. Him personally too. Do people just like or do people just like trolling like Tank Davis? What y'all think it is? Because I bet you the moment it say Tank Davis fight him again, I bet you the moment Tank fight him again, people gonna say, I ain't want to see that. I ain't want to see that. Can't feed my face. I bet you the moment he fight that man and he beat him again, people gonna say, "Well, we knew that. Well, we knew that. We knew that was gonna happen." Type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, they'll be going by a doubt. He was want that. He was gonna cruise to win until he get tanked back in the ring. Right, bro. Man, no promoter won't. None of them do shit. Yeah, this one cruising the attraction people are paying to watch him. Hell, anyway. I think I think they should hmm, y'all think PBC should give Cruz his own pay per view or let him headline in pay per view and see what they do. If that Ryan Garcia fight ain't gonna happen, he damn near is gonna fight Cruz again. And he went to the fight. Not yet. Not yet. I think if he don't fight Tank, that's the bitch that would fight one. EJ do move on correctly. And that could be a popular matchup. EJ has said that have fight Martin do and have Tank do. And the pairs of matchup. EJ a good promoter. Cruz. Cruz. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Yeah, I know that much. I'm expecting him to beat Chris Colbert though. I bet y'all feed my fat. Yeah, so yeah, the family show for Cruz, depending on the location. I can see people vying play for Cruz, but it's hard to say. Who the Hispanics were back. Because I say Bill Cruz, 1, 2 more fights just come in, put him on another tank like Calvin fight, right stock, first pay per view, become pay per view star because he had a great reception. Yeah, yeah, he had a great reception in Texas too. He had a great reception in Texas too. Yep, he most definitely did. He most definitely did. Yeah, I think he a fan favorite for sure. People like him for sure. Hold on. Oh shit, yo, he's in Mayweather and them made Cruz a star. They would eventually have to deal with Cruz if he starts taking any pay per view share. I think I agree with We Talk Sports type deal. Like give him 1 or 2 more co-mains, maybe one. Give him one more co-main, and then try his pay per view. I don't think they should rush him back in there with Tank. To tell you the truth, because I think they just go get him another loss. I think they should try to make him a star on his own. You know what I mean? I think they should try to make him a star on his own, like outside of Tank. Like you don't got to keep him connected with Tank at this point. You know what I mean? Like don't try to keep him connected with Tank. I think he big and I think he getting big enough reception now to where you could try to make him his own thing. Like start back pushing that mini Mike Tyson shit that they used to push. That they used to push that mini Mike Tyson shit. He could they could start back pushing it. Y'all heard the air conditioning, you know. Yeah, they should start back pushing it. He said, I agree. That would be good business for PPC. It brings more fans to the game. Yeah, facts, like different set of fans. Bring a different set of fans. Yeah. I try to see, like, give him his own value. Give him his own value as a fighter instead of, you know, constantly selling the tank thing. Cause I was at the Errol Spence fight. And I ain't gonna lie, them folks was turned. Them folks was turned for Esau. They was turned for Esau. No, yeah. They damn near can put his little ass in Dallas and he'll sell. They damn near can stick his little ass in Dallas, he'll sell. No cap. But what I want to talk about now, I ain't talking about Ruiz and Ortiz. We gonna rap about the main event. Alright, so first thing I want to say is shout out Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz did his thing, right? He won the fight. I can't argue the fight, right? But I want y'all at least to. I mean, there's 8 people in here right now, so I know it's only 8 people that really mess with your boy. So I know ain't no, ain't nobody wrong gonna hear this, right? I know all the right people in here right now, right? So my thing is, Andrew Ruiz knocked Ortiz down, right, multiple times, and he got his win, right, and he barely won. Check the scorecards, right? He won like 14-11, 14-11, right? It was 15-13, 14-11. What was the scorecard? It was what the fuck they have it? Well, fuck that. One judge had about two judges had about 2 rounds, and one judge had about 3 rounds, right? So 2 judges scored it 2 round 7-5. I say 7-5, right? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's what it was. We talked. Yep. 13, 12, and 14, 11. So I was right. It was 14, 11. Why I say 15, 12? That's what I said. So it was 13, 11. It was 14, 11, and 13, 12, right? So 2 judges had a 14, 11. One had 13, 12. Andrew Lees had 3 knockdowns. He had multiple. He had 3 knockdowns. We gonna say multiple knockdowns, right? He had multiple knockdowns, and he barely won that fight, right? And he barely won it, rightfully so, because you got to give a man a fight when he get 3 knockdowns, right? But Ortiz beat the hell out of him every, for the most part when he wasn't on the when he wasn't on the ground, which is why the fight was so close, which is why he was able to get knocked down 3 times and still be in the fight, right? But the right man won, and Andy Ruiz, the right man won the fight. But y'all want to know what I thought about? What's good, DS? Appreciate you sliding through. Y'all want to know what the first thing that I thought about? Why couldn't they give Deontay Wilder his fucking win? That first fight with Tyson Fury, when he knocked him down multiple times, they called that fight a fucking draw. Me too, DS. Me too. They called that fight a fucking draw when Tyson Fury got knocked down multiple times. You tell me what the fuck Wilder needs to knock him down one more time for him to win the fight? He had to knock him down 3 times for him to win. Bro, like if Andy could win his multiple knockdown fight against Ortiz, why the fuck Wilder couldn't get his? And people go tell you, well, he got out, Fury outboxed him every round. Well, Ortiz outboxed Andy Ruiz every fucking round. He outboxed him every fucking round. And I'm glad there's only 6 of y'all in here right now. Because like I know he never really like he bro, did I not just watch the same fight? Teach, I don't care about that, bro. I'm talking about, bro. It's the same fight. Teach, we just saw the same fight, bro. Ortiz beat that man ass, and I said, wow, and Breeze knocked him down 3 times. That's it. He was getting his ass beat, and Wilder wasn't even getting his ass beat by Fury. He wasn't even getting his ass beat by Fury. Come on, bro. Nah, D man, I ain't even talking about that. Yes, bro. Josh, bro, like it was the same fight, bro. Right? And again, understand what I'm saying, y'all. Andrew Reeves rightfully won that fight. He rightfully won that fight. He was very well supposed to win that fight because ain't no way a guy can beat you if you knock him down 3 times. Ain't no way a guy could beat you if you knock him down multiple times. Especially if the punch stats are extremely close, like they was in the fucking Wilder and Fury fight. And the Ortiz and Andrew Ruiz fight, since we going there, right? Wilder got outlanded about 13 punches and had 2 knockdowns. Get the fuck out of here. That's not a win. That's a win, bro. That's one punch around. This nigga landed one punch around more than you. In one round, he landed 2 punches more than you. And you knocked him down twice. But you won. I don't even know what was Ruiz and Ortiz punch stats, but I bet you Ortiz outlanded him by more than 13 punches. You know what I mean? So y'all telling me why would have had to knock Fury down 3 times for him to get a win? And teach. I think Ruiz was supposed to win because he knocked that man down 3 times. I think he was supposed to win it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the scorecards. I think the scorecards are right. It's exactly right. Ortiz rightfully won that fight. But I can't help but feel like I seen that fight before. I can't help but feel like I seen that fight before last night, bro. Like I could have sworn I saw it. I could have sworn I was watching Wilder Fury 1. Like and Ortiz was outboxing. Ortiz was outboxing motherfucking Andy way worse than Fury was outboxing Wilder. Wilder and Fury, that first fight was hella close. That jump was hella close. Check the punch stats on that fight if you don't believe me. Shit, it was a fucking draw, but check the punch stats on it. Anytime you knock a guy down multiple times, bro, unless he already up 10 fucking rounds on you, you go win the fight. At least you supposed to, I would think. So I'm just posing the question, shit. Ruiz got the win that he deserved with his knockdowns. So why the fuck, Deontay couldn't have just, got his win the first time and ended that bullshit. You know what I mean? That shit wasn't even supposed to get there. And I think I'm gonna do a Southern T on that. So I know y'all in here, y'all heard me say that first. So when y'all see somebody steal that motherfucker, y'all know where they stole it from, right? So y'all heard me say that first. So I'm gonna do a Southern T on that shit tomorrow. Like, bro, that's crazy. Like Ortiz boxed his ass to sleep. I need to find a punch test on that. It was 14-11 on 2 cards, and it was 13-12 on 1 card. All of them was for Andy. My thing is, Deontay Wilder fight supposed to look just like that. What's good, Tay? Appreciate you sliding through this, Deontay. And look at that shit. And look at that shit. You know what I mean? And I didn't even know he was here. You know what I mean? But I'm just watching that, John. I'm like, bro, I sworn I seen this fight before. I know I seen this fight before, bro. Like, and Ruiz rightfully won, bro. It was a close fight, but right, Ortiz was boxing his head off, but Ruiz dropped him, right? And Wilder and Fury was fighting, bro, and Fury wasn't even outboxing Wilder to the degree that Ortiz was outboxing Ruiz, and they both got dropped multiple times. So why was Andrew Ruiz giving his win, but Wilder couldn't get his win? Shit, crazy. Like it ain't It ain't adding up to me. It ain't adding up to me. And like I said, man, Andy Reid's rightfully won that fight, bro. I got no problem with him winning. It wasn't no robbery or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But Ortiz was beating up on him, and by y'all logic, right? By logic that they push, what they believe in, not even what I believe in. Because I think Wilder won, which is why I'm saying that. Shit, I agree. Ruiz was supposed to win, right? So my logic is the same. But by your logic, by their logic, Ortiz was supposed to win last night, or it was supposed to be a draw at least. It was at least supposed to be a draw. Why everybody not saying Ortiz outboxed him? Why why ain't everybody saying Ortiz outboxed him? He he outclassed him. Why I don't hear that? All I'm hearing is Ruiz beat Ortiz. He did, right? But why can't he get his credit? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Like, I don't know, bro. She just. But anyway, let's talk about the fight now. I just want to throw that out there, see if I'm the only one. I just want to throw that little part out there to see was I tripping. But I say this: if Ortiz was what 42 years old now, 43 years old. If Ortiz was 38, he would have beat the shit out of Andy. Like if he was 38, he would have beat the piss out of Andy. At 38, if he was 28, he would have killed Andy. If he was 38, he would have beat the piss out of Andy. The only thing what happened last night, right? Because the fight was close as fuck. See, look what T just said. But like, bro, like if because the fight was close as fuck. And Ortiz got knocked down 3 times, bro. If Ortiz was any younger, Andy would not have been able to take those shots he took because Andy took some shots. And I'm gonna get into that too. Because Andy got a hell of a chin. But if Ortiz was any younger, I think he would have gave Andy the fucking blues in there because he really did give Andy the fucking blues. But you know, he just got caught. And when he was getting caught, right, except that first knockdown was a doozy, boy. That first knockdown was a doozy, right? Woo, boy, was that first knockdown a doozy. But like for the most part, it was like he was just knocking Ortiz off balance. You know what I mean? He was knocking him off balance. It's like Ortiz legs is his legs down. His legs are gone right now. What's good, Isaiah? Appreciate you sliding through this. Can y'all do your boy a favor? Can y'all smash that like button for your boy? When you roll on in. Greatly appreciate y'all sliding through. Dog, he hit him so hard, Isaiah. He got big reads to win. All I can say with the knockdowns that made him win. He got some of them speed shots. Yep, Teach. It's like he was hitting them, and Ortiz's knees was just giving out. Like, and I know that it didn't used to be like that. You know what I mean? Ortiz didn't used to be like that. It's like it, uh Ruiz was kind of hitting him on the top of the head a little bit. You know what I mean? He was hitting him on the top of the head. I ain't gonna say the back of the head, right? But he was like hitting him in a spot on the top of his head, and it was like instant. Like he was dropping every time he hit him there, and he didn't even hit him there much. He could barely, really hit him flush. But it's like he would slip one in there, like man, every couple rounds, and it was just like push a button in Ortiz, and he would drop. And I think that's age. I think that's what we saw. Those drops, that's age right there. And he still damn near beat Andy Ruiz. You get what I'm saying? So he could still beat any, pretty much anybody. He could still pretty much beat anybody because he really beat Andy Ruiz, but right, he got knocked down too many times. So he lost on points. But he outboxed him. He's the better boxer than Andy Ruiz still. But he lost that fight on points because of the knockdowns. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it was age that caught up with Luis Ortiz. I can't even say Ortiz should retire, right? Because if he retired, then I totally understand that. He had he had a great career, made a lot of money. I would get it because he's not who he used to be, right? So I will understand it. It will make sense. He up there in age too, right? But I'm not gonna say he should retire because he didn't look bad at all. Like I'd be just I'd be just cliche man if I said Ortiz should retire. No, he shouldn't. I mean, he looked good. Now he had to get his glove up and stop himself from getting hit on the button like that and shit, right? He had to fix that. But shit, he boxed good enough to win that fight. He boxed good enough to win, a fight last night, right? But he just, the knockdowns cost him. I'm not gonna say you should retire though. Maybe I could see how people say, well, you should retire because your punch resistance. But man, look at that first knockdown, the injuries guy. He hit that man so fucking hard, and Ortiz recovered. Ortiz's legs was gone for a second. And then to be real with you, bro, let's be real. Let's be real, bro. Since we here on it, let's talk about it. We here, yeah, we talking about a weekend recap. Fuck it, bro. That second knockdown wasn't even a real knockdown. Go back and look at it, bro. Y'all, I challenge y'all. Go back and look at that second knockdown. That second knockdown wasn't even a knockdown, bro. That second knockdown wasn't even a knockdown. You know what I mean, bro? So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, Ortiz should retire. He should retire. He got knocked down 3 times. Well, technically, he got knocked down twice. And technically, you could say outside of the knockdown, he won that fight easily. And if they actually don't bullshit him, on that second knockdown, he wins that fight. You know, he wins that fight if they don't call that second knockdown. The first one and the seventh, yep, were real knockouts. So I wasn't tripping on that either. So see this why I like talking boxing because I get to come in here and I get to give y'all some information, get to give y'all some facts and shit, and then we get to swap boxing masks. We get to talk about what I saw and what y'all saw. You know what I mean? And I know I won't be tripping. See, I know I won't be tripping because y'all be seeing some of the same shit that I be seeing. So I'll be feeling better about this shit. So I'm glad that y'all saw that shit too. You know what I mean? T said it's like he went in the clinch and he sliveries kind of facts push him down. He said nah for real T the second knockdown the second round was man come on y'all. So I knew I wasn't tripping. Appreciate y'all good folks. But bro, like so I'm not finna just be the cliche man and be like, yeah, retire because you old and you lost to Reeves. You got knocked down 3 times. Well, technically he got knocked down twice. Both shots were arguably illegal. And you was winning every second of the fight where he didn't hit you pretty much. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So nah, I mean if and again, Ortiz ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. If he wants to retire, shit, go ahead retire. Like you most definitely earned that right. But you don't have to retire. Like if we saying that if we if we determine the retirement off, what a fighter look like, if we determine the retirement off you know, how fighter performed, Ortiz don't have to retire because what I feel like happened to Ortiz is, father time, right? Father time catching up to him for sure. But the skills are all still there. The movement, the movement still there. Now I think his power slipped just a little bit because he couldn't floor Andy Ruiz and he hit him Andy Ruiz and he hit him clean, right? But not everybody has a fucking chin like Andy Ruiz, right? Right. So not everybody's going to be able to take those flush shots and shit. And even he damn near crumbled. He just didn't fall, but he damn near crumbled. Right. You know what I mean? He damn near crumbled. Right there. And even Andy, had to box a little bit at times with Ortiz. Ortiz was walking Andy down for a second. Actually, for a lot of that fight, to be real with you, like Ruiz had to box a little bit. That's how he was able to, to get some of those knockdowns, especially the first knockdown, because Ortiz was walking him down and he countered Ortiz. You know what I mean, man? So I'm not gonna say that either he don't have to what he should before it get worse. Yeah, I feel you, D man. But what I'm thinking, D man, is shit. Ain't nobody gonna be able to do that to him but a guy like. Well, yeah, you right though. I ain't gonna say that because that is the heavyweight division, and you do not need to be up there playing. You know what I mean? You do not need to be up there playing. You do not need to be up there playing the heavyweight because it's dangerous up there. You know what I mean? But I don't like, I don't like the Ortiz and Ariel. There you go, Isaiah. Yep, take fights like that, bro. Like, yep, Ortiz versus Ariel. Yep, they can run that jump. They can run it. He need to. Okay, Ortiz just he need to not fight the top guys like as far as like top competition goes. Like stay away from Joe Joyce, stay away from Wilder, stay away from Fury. You know what I'm saying? He can actually beat he can actually beat Uzi too little. But stay away from Fury, stay away from Wilder, stay away from Joshua and Reese, stay away from Big Baby. Stay away from all the big punchers because yeah, Father Time, you kicking Father Time as Ortiz, but he crept up on us last night. Father Time crept up on us last night, and you still almost get out that motherfucker with a win. You know what I mean? And yeah, let him make some money, Diaz. Yeah, facts. Yeah, and you still almost got it with the win. So I think the man gonna be a problem. Like he gonna be a problem. The man gonna be a problem. Like for anybody because just the scorecards alone, man, 14-11, 14-11, 13-12. That's with three knockdowns. In the second knockdown, probably shouldn't have counted. But understand, I'm not mad that Andy Ruiz won because I can see how you picked him to win. If Ortiz had a won, right, I could also see how you would have picked Ortiz. So I got no problem with the outcome because I personally would have picked Andy Ruiz to win. But I mean, I personally picked yeah Andy Ruiz to win that fight, right? So I'm not tripping on the outcome. Yeah, I'm tripping off the fact that I'm tripping off the fact that I'm tripping off the fact that that junk kind of I kind of felt like I seen that fight before, but when I seen it the first time, it went the other way. It went to the guy that outboxed him, you know, quote unquote, outboxed him majority of the fight. And I think, uh, I think Andrew Reese got clearly outboxed. You know what I mean? I saw a guy. I saw them give a fight to a guy who got floored twice, and he didn't even clearly outbox his opponent. Now you could say he outlanded him every round except one, and that would be true. But when you get into the context of it, he outlanded him every round by one fucking punch. About one fucking punch. So that fight was even closer than this fight. And y'all called that fight a draw. But y'all gave, Andy this fight, which I agree with, he should have got. But if Andy deserved to get his win, because he did, Deontay Wilder most definitely should have got his win against Tyson Fury. Because multiple knockdowns. And Tyson Fury will sleep a good 17 seconds. That man will sleep a good 17 seconds, bro. 15 seconds easy, he was in bed. He was pushing days, bro. For at least 15 seconds, he was pushing days. That shit was crazy. Multiple times, bro. Multiple, man. Multiple times. Bro. But hell yeah, but I don't. I think if Ortiz mention anything about retiring last night? If he wants to retire, right? Shout out to him. But if he want to keep doing this thing, bro, he can keep doing this thing. I just think he needs to stay away from, the big punches, because I do see a slip in his power because he will ease with some flush shots, and we were still. I mean, he was still trucking. You know what I mean? So I think his power may have lost a notch or two, just a notch or two, like just a notch or two. But everything else still out there, man. Everything else still out there. I don't like the fact that he get he get dropped though. Like he constantly getting dropped. Like I don't like that. Like his last two charges, one dropped him twice, and Andy dropped him twice. I'm gonna say Andy dropped him twice because that third charge was bullshit. He said it must be nice to have that hope insurance with maximum coverage. Who got hope insurance? Something's wrong. Something wrong with you, dog. Something wrong with you, dog. But what I just said, I don't think Andy should retire. I mean, I don't think Reeves should retire. He could retire. You know what I mean? We'll have no problem with it. But if we talk about like a physical standpoint, from a performance standpoint, nah, he don't have to retire now. But something else I want to talk about is pertaining to Andy Ruiz, right? And I've been seeing this, actually been seeing this for fucking months, right? And it's really been making me sick because it's like this one particular. I've been seeing it for months, like hamstring. Mm, hamstring. Mm, yeah, they do. Black Cubans the worst. Right. Mm,
But I'm trying to see the best way to put this shit. Say don't gotta retire. Yeah, okay, so for months now, right? Now I ain't gonna say nobody been talking about this shit. I ain't gonna say that they've been talking about it or it's been no or rumor, but Team Reeves for a minute now, right? Been been floating this Deontay Wilder and the Reed shit. Like they've been floating this shit out there for a minute, and I've mostly been ignoring it because it mostly intensified after Wilder retired. And y'all know I don't be entertaining, no bullshit. I be hating, that bullshit. So I ain't paying no mind. But of course, Andy Reid goes in there and fights, and first thing he says is, "I want to fight Wilder. I want to fight Wilder." Right? And they've been saying this for a minute, right? I want to fight Wilder. I want to fight Wilder. Andy Reid been saying this for a minute, and I feel like Andy Reid and Wilder would be. I think it'll be a good fight for as long as it lasts. I think it'll be a good scrap for as long as it lasts, right? But hold on, well, no, y'all. Yeah, hello for a second. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 second. Hello. Yo, I'm finna end this joint. That's I wonder who David Santos will fight next. Yeah, but let me go and finish this up real quick. Cause I'm on the heavyweights, right? I'm on the last one. I'm on the heavyweights right now. I'm on the main event. Next step, Andy Reid, right? They've been pushing this, Deontay Wilder shit, right? And I'm starting to feel like Andrew Reid's like the new Dylan White. Like he always got him and his team. I always got Deontay Wilder name in their mouth, right? I feel like it's a Dylan White situation, right? He keeps saying Wilder, 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 Wilder. Wilder, 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 Wilder. Everybody want to fight Wilder now too. I noticed this shit, but Andrew Reid and his team increasingly been saying this shit a lot, and I'm just like, bro, I'm like, you the new Dylan White. So after Wilder fight Robert Helenius, if he can't get, a title shot nowhere, you know what I mean? I want Wilder to, to go ahead and, spark Andrew Reid because if he get hit like that by anything that Wilder throw, he ain't gonna be, he ain't gonna look too hot for him. But I ain't gonna hold y'all though. I just wanted to get y'all my thoughts. Um, Andrew Reid, if Andrew Reid should fight the winner of Joseph Parker and Joe Joyce. Tyson Fury trying to fight Anthony Joshua. I'm talking about that tomorrow. I'm gonna say that. I ain't gonna say too much on that. But the heavyweight division moving and shaking. It's shaking itself out. You know what I mean? So we on standby. We gonna be tuned. We gonna be tuned in for that. Shout out Andrew Reid for the win. I just think it's crazy. I think it's crazy how they gave Andrew Reid his win, rightfully deserved, because he knocked that guy. I'm in Orlando right now. Yeah, I'm going to Miami in the morning. Oh, he's a June Florida one night. Something like that. Nah, I ain't no Florida boy. He's a Fury cap. Don't believe anything you say. Right, Isaiah. Facts. Facts, bro. But yeah, they just starting to shake itself out. And Ruiz could fight the George Joseph Parker win. You know what I mean? If you want something to do, type deal. If Tyson Fury don't fight Usyk and he don't fight AJ. You know what I mean? He retired. Yeah, Usyk retired because Usyk said he fighting Tyson Fury or he retired. You know, so if Usyk and Tyson Fury don't fight, then they both probably gonna retire. Tyson Fury trying to talk AJ into a fight now, so I can very well see that happening if they, serious about it. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all here too long. Appreciate everybody starting to do this thing. It's getting harder. We set the T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love. Now Usyk said he don't want to fight Wilder out. Usyk said if he can't fight Fury, he gonna retire Isaiah Felix. He said if he can't fight Fury, he retire. And Fury said if he can't fight Usyk or AJ, then he trying to fight AJ now because he said Usyk bullshit. So now he trying to fight AJ. Just to answer your question. Just to answer your question. Yeah, I'm going. I appreciate y'all folks trying to do this. Yeah. It's getting hard again. It's getting hard to make certainty. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. This how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.